Hello, I'm back from Dubai. It was a long, productive, amazing trip, I would say. And the best thing that's happened for us is, I was talking in my previous talk with everyone about how we were planning to open a company in Dubai and we'd be very active with operations in the month of December. But frankly, this trip itself, we registered a company. We already have an office space. Yes, we've not started promoting it. Of course, this company, as everyone knows, is about 11, 12 years in the business. It's not a startup, but we're starting operations in Dubai. And as you know, to establish anything and move further with all the information, it takes time. So we are going to get back to you, as I said, with all the information. It suddenly reminds me, a lot of you have been writing to us, especially the young entrepreneurs who seek a career in interior design. Yes, that's something that I want to address today in this talk. But I want to tell you before I start that there is no shortcut to success, my friends. It is a journey that I've also taken for over a decade. And we see ourselves here with also operations now going live in Dubai. Coming to starting a company, if you design something that is not acquired. It is something that you are built with. So you might have all the qualifications to be a designer, and that's why you want to be a designer, because you're interested in this line. But there's something called a nag. If you are creative and you have a creative nag to it, you got nothing to worry about. It is just a matter of time when you'll get there in terms of experience. So when you start a company, there are a couple of things that you have to keep in mind, my friends. Especially for the people who want to do startups. You can be a freelance consultant. Design is a line which does not require as much investment, because the real investment is your creativity and your time when you approach the clients. That's number one. So if you do not have an office, you do not have money to spend, you are one-man army, don't be afraid. That's where you start. What you do is you seek a particular company that can do your SEO, search engine optimization, because everything, as we know in today's world, is digitized. So whether it's SEO, SMO, which is social media, and websites, these are the three things you need to kind of keep in mind when you do a startup, when you start a company, when you have limited finances and you want to start this company. So the digital promotion, where you are the marketing person, you're promoting your company, so you have search engine optimization, I repeat, you have social media, which you're doing at different platforms, and you also open a small website where people can see your details, your information, and what little work that you have done. Second most important thing that you have to keep in mind, that it is not about money. Money can be had in plenty. It is about creativity. It is about wanting to do the projects that you want to do. So you go less on the money part, and to climb the ladder of success, it is very important that you're committed to your work and you don't look at the money factor, at least for first 1 or 2 years. Because in the first 1 or 2 years, when you have good amount of established work that you wanted to do for your clients, automatically more and more leads and business is going to follow. You can work also. You don't need to have an office if you do not have the finances. If you have the finances, yes, it is great to have an office space, everything. You can work from home. When I started out my company, I worked from home for the first 2 years. I did not have an office, but there was no dearth of projects because of the way I was promoting my brand. Number one, my communications and my marketing, which was playing a very important role in this. Design is not just about designing. Of course it is. That's the core of it. That's the heart of your profession. But you need to also be able to promote your brand. You should also be able to plan and execute a particular site. So planning and execution is something you acquire. Design is something that you already have a knack of. Comes marketing. That is something that you need to have or acquire, maybe do a small crash course in marketing, get hold of how people are promoting their brand, go through tutorials, read a little bit on it. Marketing is a very, very important and a crucial part, because a designer can only market what he has created. So keeping in mind the heart of where we start is office is not important. Your number is good enough. Marketing skills where you promote yourself to become a brand is very important. Your creativity also plays a role play. Your education, of course, because that's backing you up. Frankly, to tell you the truth, I'm not a qualified designer or an architect. You can imagine the challenges, but it's all about confidence. That's what you carry, that's what you wear. And if you love what you do, you do not, and you might not be qualified to it, but if you're confident, you have a knack for creativity, you can make it happen. Qualifications add on to that entire package to make it perfect for you. So marketing is one of yourself and your brand, because you're the face of it. Second comes your social media optimization, SMO, and your websites, right? And most importantly, your creativity, which is the heart and the core of doing design. And then, as I said, there is no shortcut to success. This is the way you ladder up. And eventually, in 2 years, 3 years, you have a good number of projects where you've not looked at the money factor. Guys, you've almost won your battle in terms of being a fantastic competitor in the market. It is as simple as it gets. And if you have the riches, if you have a backing, brilliant. You've got to start the same way. At least you can have 1 or 2 employees. You can have an office, a lavish office for a display. Call your clients, do a display. Why not? If you feel you're creative, you don't have enough work to show, create a kind of a display in your own office. Ideas for a client to see what kind of products you're doing. If you're doing some commodity sale, displays can be had in factories and anywhere for that matter. So I hope this little information was, this is all that I could impromptu sum up in my little head and tell you. So I hope it was useful. If you have any more queries and you seek again more information and you want to talk about more stuff and understand more things from me, I'll be more than happy to talk about it.